I'm here today with Karl Wignall. Karl is the Managing Director of Encompass Security Solutions. Welcome, Karl. Looking forward to having a chat.
Absolutely. How are we?
Very well, thank you.
Good.
Just kick us off, Karl, and tell us all a bit about Encompass.
Right. So Encompass Security Solutions, who are we? Where are we from? So we have been trading now for, we're just into our 5th year of trade, based in the Northwest in Preston, with a new offices now in North Devon. And we specialize in all things to do with electronic security. So that could be CCTV, access control, intruder alarms, fire alarms, and because a lot of that equipment now is all linked on internet and networked, we also now install, maintain and fix things like fiber optics, structured cabling, Cat5, Cat6 networks, and all the bits and pieces that go with it, really. Everything from small domestic works, but predominantly, commercial, and a lot in the renewable energy market on solar farms.
Okay, so tell us a bit about that commercial market that you're in and the renewable energy. What type of customers are in there? So
in the renewable energy market, we look after large-scale solar farms, battery energy storage sites, BESS. So these are the new plants that are being built to store the excess energy from the grid for use when there's low renewable energy. And on those two types of sites, predominantly on the solar side, we kind of look after predominantly the CCTV. There's a little bit of access control on there. And on the battery storage side, it gets quite involved with that, where we look after not just the site security in terms of perimeter security, but also there's a lot to do with the health and safety aspects. So we'll use thermographic cameras to monitor the battery banks, the fire alarms, and everything that goes with that. And on the commercial side, we've a lot of transport and logistics sites. So big warehouses that require perimeter security, internal health and safety, visual audio stuff, the fire side, access control, the intruder alarms, obviously, and then all the data networks that go and help those businesses run their business. Yeah, a few other bits and pieces. We're currently looking at sort of getting into local government contracts now as well. So we're now looking at our first CCTV control room build for one of the local councils, and looking after their estate as well.
Very good. And so you've been successful in the 4+ years that you've been in business. What would you say differentiates you from other options that might be out there?
It's a good question. I think word of mouth and reputation seem to have driven the business. We've done no advertising at all since we set up. The website isn't set up to generate leads. It's not SEO'd in any particular level. It's something that I built myself when I set up. So it's literally been word of mouth. That's how the business has grown. It's phenomenal in the way that it has done that. But I think it just comes down to the team that we've built and the service level that we've provided to our existing customers.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well done. So what does the future look like? What challenges might you have, and what opportunities might there be?
So the future, we've just acquired at the start of this year, Blanchard Fire and Security, based in North Devon, long-established business. So that is great because it brings on additional knowledge, resources, obviously extra clientele as well. The challenges of that, obviously, this office is based in Preston, and North Devon isn't exactly 2 minutes down the road. So there's some logistics that will throw some challenges up for me. But we're trying to overcome that by being a bit smart with technology, the phone systems, things like Zoom and Teams meetings, and some new reporting software that we're implementing in the next couple of weeks. And I think with this actually moving in the right direction in terms of how that business acquisition's gone, and how I feel about that, I think we're quite keen on the idea now of looking at other opportunities that might be out there to acquire other well-established businesses in different areas of the UK to help spread some of the load for some of the more national contracts that we've got, which in turn is going to prove a challenge. Integrating new businesses in, finding the funding for it, and bringing this to hopefully what will be a well-established nationally known and nationally renowned company. But that will bring up its own challenges and again with its own opportunities, and that's how I think that's how we're going to drive the business further on.
Well, good for you getting everything to that level. Well done.
A lot of Nurofen.
Exciting times ahead, I'm sure.
Indeed.
So, what have you learned about yourself along the way?
What have I learned about myself? I've learned that I need to eat in the morning, otherwise I'm quite moody. I've learned that I like being out on the tools and being an engineer more than I like being in an office. But I've also learned now, as the business has grown, that I can't be the engineer on the tools anymore. I actually need to be in the office and actually running the business. And I think it's been a steep learning curve. I still hate it. I still absolutely hate it. But I know I've got to do it until we're at a different level where I can start to then employ people to do different bits of the jobs I don't like and the jobs I'm not particularly good at. And that's been a learning curve as well, about learning what I am good at and what I'm not good at. You soon learn that you're not the master of all trades, and that you don't know everything. And yeah, it's been an interesting learning curve, is that? Yeah.
And if you could kind of look back and turn the clock back and change anything, what might that be?
Ooh, I don't know actually. Would I do anything differently? I don't think I would. I think, I've looked at the figures over the last 4 years and looked at, we're 2 months into Q1 of year 5 and looked at the figures for that. Would I do anything different? I don't think I would. I don't think I would. I might have implemented maybe a couple of systems a little earlier that would have made life a lot easier. So rather than having paper-based operating and Excel and Word-based operating sort of reporting systems, I think I would have gone for this app-based solution that we're implementing now a lot sooner. That would have made life far easier.
Great stuff. Well, Karl, I wish you all the best. It sounds like a really exciting journey that you've started and that you're now on and that you're going to take to greater heights. So all the best.
Thank you.